Welcome to Streaming Tech. My name is the One Christo, and being Canadian, I cannot think of anybody who is more qualified to speak to you about Yetis and snowballs. So this week, we're going to be talking about the Blue Snowball ice and comparing it to the Blue Yeti. Here in front of me, we have the Blue Yeti that I recently unboxed. I will go ahead and throw that up here so you can take a quick look at what is in the box and what my initial impressions were of the Yeti. I wanted to go back over a few different things, kind of a tale of the tape between the two. So right now I am talking into the Snowball ice. I did pick the Snowball ice up for a grand total of $69.99 Canadian. As I said in my initial setup video, I was picking up basically the most inexpensive tools I could find to have a seemingly workable home office. Now that I'm streaming more regularly, I wanted to go with something a little bit more high-end. So $69.99 for the Snowball ice. The Yeti was on sale on Amazon for $126.36, very precise. So we are talking a fairly large difference, about $50 between the two. Now, I looked this up more recently just to see what you can expect price-wise. And so pricing, you would be looking at, on Amazon.com, $129.99 for the Blue Yeti. And for the Snowball ice, $59.99. It's actually currently $10 off, so $49.99 for the Blue Snowball ice. So prices are actually somewhat similar in Canada and the US. I'll link those all in the description below in case you're interested in picking either of these two up. Now I want to be clear, I am talking about the Snowball ice and not the Snowball. Blue decided to make their branding a little bit complicated, a little confusing. They do have both a Snowball ice and a Snowball microphone. The Snowball gives you a few more options, but we're talking base model. So the Snowball ice has one condenser, it has one pattern, a cardioid pattern, and that is pretty much it. Versus the Yeti, so the Blue Yeti has 3 condensers. We're talking 4 different patterns, but you do have gain control. You have, the gain control is here on the back. You're going to have a mute button here on the front. It's flashing right now. You've got a headphone output underneath and the headphone volume on the outside. So you have quite a few different options here. You can do a lot of manual tweaking on the actual tool itself. So what I'm going to do a little bit of a blind test, so to speak. So I'm not going to tell you at home which microphone I'm using. I want you to tell me which one you think sounds best. So I'm going to go over this twice. I'm going to first use no filters, no properties, no nothing. We're literally going to go with just each microphone in and of itself. From there, I'm going to add back in the filters I typically use on my stream. We'll see if it makes any difference, and we'll also see if it makes a difference between the two microphones. I am speaking into microphone number 1 with absolutely no filters applied. I am speaking into microphone number 2 with no filters applied straight out of the box. This is microphone number 1 with a noise suppression, noise gate, and compressor applied. This is microphone number 2 with the same filters applied. All right, great guys. So that is the audio from both microphone number 1 and microphone number 2, our Snowball ice and our Yeti. I'm going to pop back in, take a look at the recording, take a listen, and I will come back with what I think. All right, so I've come back now from studying, really listening in to each of those microphones and really understanding the output and, analyzing it and trying to wrap my head around, which one of these microphones is really the best performer of the two. So I'm going to give you, first off, the answers as to which mic was which. So microphone number 1 was the Snowball ice. Microphone number 2 was the Yeti. One of my big gripes about the Snowball ice is it is a little bit plasticky. It is lacking the, the heaviness and the feeling of quality that the Yeti gives you. And I think that part of it is reflected in the sound. I feel that the sound is not quite as rich when it comes to the Snowball ice. you're getting a little bit more of that plasticky echo and things like that. So I'm not convinced that there's a huge difference. The Yeti gives you a little bit more of a full sound. I do also notice a bit of a difference when we apply the filters to it. You're getting, again, a little bit of a tweak, a little bit of a step up. Now, those filters were the filters I was using on the Snowball iCE, and I simply slapped them onto the Yeti. So that's not to say that they're calibrated properly. What I'll probably do in my next video is walk you through what some of those filters are, some suggestions I have for you, and we can maybe apply those to the Yeti, tweak it so it really gets to the right sound, and then we can tell, see if we can tell a difference between the two, comparing it straight out of the box to applying it with its own filters. You are getting a lot more with the Blue Yeti. You are getting, like I mentioned before, you're getting the external gain knob, you're getting the ability to listen to yourself on a headset, which I think is valuable because I have a hard time when I can't hear myself speak wearing a headset. If you notice in my streams, I do not stream with headphones on for that reason. So I'm going to be interested in trying that out. I think something else that you're going to, the benefit you get is if you are looking at the Snowball, you really get your microphone. You get a cute little stand. It's definitely lighter. It feels a little bit flimsier, but still decent build quality, but you get no knobs, no dials, no nothing. You can mute it through, whatever tool you're using, whether that's Streamlabs or whatnot. So you don't get the actual dials and things on the microphone itself. And I do find that makes a difference. Does it sound $50 better? I am not 100% convinced. I'm not convinced that somebody who's using this on their spare time, somebody who's using it for Zoom calls and things like that for work will notice a difference. For somebody like myself who is streaming 3 to 4 times a week and trying to record a video or 2 a week as well, it's something that I want to investigate a little bit more. I think for $50 long term, I think the benefits are there if you're going to be using this very regularly. So I think that's kind of where it falls in. If you're looking for something low budget, if you're looking for something simple, again, get the channel off the ground, get yourself streaming, get yourself out there. I think the Snowball iCE is a great option, 60, 70 bucks, and that gets you a very good microphone. I think if you are planning on doing this a little bit more long-term, if you do have, a little bit more money to spend, I do think the Yeti is worth the couple extra bucks. So take that for what it is. You heard kind of each sound, each recording. Make of it what you will, but for the extra $50, if you are looking to make an investment into making videos long-term, I would definitely go with the Yeti. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button down below. Subscribe. Like I said, the next video, you'll get an alert and we'll talk about the settings I use for my microphones, and we'll be able to configure the Yeti that way. I'll also talk to you a little bit about the benefits of having a boom arm to attach your microphone to. So we'll do a little bit of testing with that as well. You can always check me out as well on my stream, twitch.tv/TheOneChristo. Come hang out. Tell me how I sound on my stream. Let me know if it kind of reflects what you're hearing in this video or not. So you can hit follow there and get notifications as well as to when I come online. So thank you so much for tuning in and checking this out. And I look forward to next week where we talk about more audio within our streams. Have a good one.
Oh, what a lovely tea party.